Hi, my name's Gordon Shields. I'm the Commercial Marketing Manager for ultra-low temperature freezers for Thermo Fisher Scientific. The purpose of today's video is to introduce the audience to our small, mobile, compact 3 cubic foot ultra-low temperature freezer. This unit is perfect for those vaccination centers that are storing the COVID vaccine, specifically Pfizer, as well as for multiple other purposes. This compact unit has a very small footprint, only 30 inches by 30 inches, so it takes up very little floor space. These units are manufactured in the United States in historic Marietta, Ohio. We've been manufacturing ultra-low temperature freezers in Marietta for over 40 years. We do sell these under a couple of different sub-brand names, including the ULT 390-10A, which is the unit you see here. That's Legacy Revco. We also sell it as the 803CA Legacy Forma. Exactly the same units, the only difference is labeling. This unit utilizes a cascade or 2-compressor refrigeration system. That allows for great power, that allows for uniformity, as well as recovery after door opening. It's called a cold wall system because the refrigerants are flowing between the walls of the system and the base. That also, again, provides very good cooling capacity and uniformity. The insulation used is blown foam, which has great R value. That R value means that should power be lost, it will take 3.5 hours for the unit to warm between -80 and -50 C. This unit operates on 115 volt standard electrical power with a 15 amp circuit. It uses very little energy, only 4.3 kilowatt hour per day. Installation of this unit is actually quite simple. It easily rolls into place on the 4 mobile casters. You want to make sure you're installing it on a level floor. You want space around the unit. So it's really important to have ventilation around the unit on the sides and in the back. It should be installed in a room that's between 18 C and 32 degrees C. Ensure there's room also for the lid so that there's no obstruction. And then from an electrical standpoint, you plug it into a 115 volt circuit that's dedicated. Don't have any other products that are installed on that same circuit. Okay, there are a couple of key things that I want to point out on the back of the unit. The first is where it plugs in, which is right here. You can see the plug-in. Your on-off switch, toggle switch, is here. We have 2 monitoring devices for house systems, an RS-485 and a 4 to 20 milliamp. And then the access port for the back, this would be for a remote monitoring system. Instead of going through the lid and through the gaskets, you want to go through this insulated port in the back. The unit's very simple to operate from a display standpoint. You'll see in the normal operating condition, the mode is in the run mode, and you can see the temperature as well as the system status. If I want to change any of the settings, it's a matter of toggling over, and you'll see I've now changed it to the settings mode. Indicated on the display is set point. It's factory set at -80. We also have high alarm, so it will alarm at -70 degrees as a factory set point, or low alarm at -90 degrees. If I want to change any of those parameters, it's just a matter of toggling and then hitting enter to be able to change that parameter. I'll put it back to the standard. We also then can change over to calibrate, that should I want to make any calibration adjustments, I can do that in this mode. And then configuration, or specific configurations, I can do that in this mode as well. But normally we would be in the run mode, and this is what you would see on the display. Should you wish to silence the alarm, it's simply a matter of pushing the silence button. To access the filter, it's simply a matter of opening the door. It's a latch, and we'll open the door, and you can see the filter. This filter is removable. You want to make sure that that's clean. That's how the unit breathes. So keeping that unit clean, that filter can actually be pulled out. It can be washed and dried. It can be vacuumed. A couple of different options there. The other thing I want to point out is the battery location. So the battery is here, and important to note that when the unit is shipped, that battery will be off. It'll be actually turned off. You'll turn it on as part of the startup procedure. Keep in mind, this battery will not operate the refrigeration system. It only keeps the alarms and the display operating while the battery still has charge. Okay, let's take a look inside of the unit. First of all, as I raise the lid, you're going to notice that there's 2 heavy-duty hinges that are gas spring assisted. That allows the lid to come up easier, it does take a little bit of pressure to overcome those springs when you're lowering the lid as well. So keep that in mind. Don't let it go. Hold on to it as you raise the lid. You'll see a very good gasket here that seals against the perimeter of the unit. On the inside is an inner lid. This helps to keep the cold inside. And as we look inside the unit itself, you're going to see the size. It's actually 18.5 by 18.5 by 16.5. In this case, we're illustrating showing 30 of the Pfizer storage boxes that are able to be stored in this unit. That's over 35,000 doses of the Pfizer vaccine. Other cases, people might use racks or store other products within these units, but it's outstanding for storage of the Pfizer vaccine. And then to close the unit back up, I'm going to replace that inner lid, close the unit. One thing I'll point out is that every unit comes standard with a locking mechanism. So from a security standpoint, you can key lock and lock this system. Whenever you're storing something as critical as vaccine samples, it's important to have an independent monitoring device. What we're illustrating here is SmartView Pro. This is actually a wireless system where you can see what's going on with the unit through a smart device remotely. The probe itself goes all the way back and goes through that hole in the back that we pointed out earlier to be able to have an independent probe that monitors the temperature to, again, ensure the safety of the vaccine samples or whatever samples you have in the unit. Thanks very much. Really appreciate your attention today. To recap, this 3 cubic foot ultra-low temperature freezer is perfect for storing critical samples like the Pfizer vaccine. It's small, takes only a 30 by 30 inch footprint. It's mobile, can be rolled into place, can be plugged into a 115 volt outlet. So again, easy to install and move around where necessary. In addition to these ultra-low temperature freezers, we also offer a full array of cold storage products designed for purpose-built storage. So something like our refrigerator, 2 to 8 degrees C, from under counter all the way up to double door units. We have -20, -30, -40 storage units as well. So all of your needs can be covered by Thermo Fisher Scientific. Thank you.